Welcome to Lesson 3 in Asia, Saudi Arabia and Syria, part of our Man Wearing a Bow Tie Pictography. Let's meet our man whose nickname is Wadi. Not only does Wadi rhyme with his first name of Saudi, but the country of Saudi Arabia does have many wadis. What is a wadi, you might ask? Originally an Arabic term, a wadi refers to a stream in the desert that is usually dry, except when there are heavy rains. Wadi Sadi's last name is Arabia. Wadi Sadi, or just Saudi Arabia, is our man's entire face, including his lips, nose, eye, ear, hair, and chin. Moving on to Syria. The Middle East is an extremely hot part of the world. Wadi Saudi Arabia tries to protect himself from the searing heat of the sun by wearing a baseball cap. As you can imagine, the top of his cap is searing hot. So hot that you would sear your hand if you tried to touch it. Ouch! Now, because the top of his cap is searing hot, it is the country of Syria. In this lesson, we learned that the country of Syria is the red top part of our man's baseball cap. We also learned that Wadi Sadi's entire face is the country of Saudi Arabia, including his lips, nose, eye, ear, hair, and chin. Welcome to Lesson 4 in Asia, Jordan and Lebanon, part of our Man Wearing a Bow Tie Pictography. As you recall, our man's entire face is the country of Saudi Arabia. Also, he wears a baseball cap where Syria is the red top part of the cap that is searing hot. Moving from the top of the cap to the side of the cap, we find the country of Jordan. Jordan juts out and touches the bangs found on Saudi's forehead. Jordan is the side of the cap that juts out. Moving to Lebanon and on and on. As you may know, near the top of a baseball cap is a button. The baton and on of this baseball cap is the country of Lebanon and on and on. Lebanon. Again, the country of Lebanon and on and on. Lebanon is the baton and on of our man's cap. In this lesson, we learned that the country of Lebanon and on is the baton and on of our man's baseball cap. We also learned that Jordan is the side of the cap that juts out. Welcome to Lesson 5 in Asia, Israel, part of our Man Wearing a Bow Tie Pictography. As you recall, Wadi Sadi's entire face is the country of Saudi Arabia, and the top of his cap that is always searing hot is the country of Syria. We also learned that the side of his cap that partly juts out to touch his bangs is the country of Jordan. Also remember the baton and on that's near the top of his cap? That's the country of Lebanon and on, Lebanon. When we move to the back of his cap, we find the country of Israel. It is real that the people of Israel moved back into their land in 1948. It is real that Israel is the back of our man's baseball cap. Let's remember all the countries we covered so far in our man wearing a bow tie pictography. What is the button on our man's baseball cap? What is the part of his cap that juts out? What is the red, searing hot part on the top of his cap? What is the back of his cap? Good job! We will now learn some more countries in the Middle East that make up our man wearing a Welcome to Lesson 6 in Asia, Iraq and Kuwait, part of our man wearing a bow tie pictography. You will recall that our man's entire face is Saudi Arabia, and the side of his cap that juts out and touches his bangs is the country of Jordan. Here we learn that the bangs he wears on his forehead is the country of Iraq. To remember that his bangs is the country of Iraq, here's a story. Wadi Saadi recently purchased a guitar from Qatar, but has no idea how to play it. He spends a lot of time racking his brain to try and figure it out, which looks like this. Iraq, Iraq, Iraq my brain. Every time he racks his brain, the palm of his hand hits the bangs he wears on his forehead. The country of Iraq is the bangs on Saudi Arabia's forehead. Iraq borders 6 countries. It must border Saudi Arabia because it is the bangs on his forehead. We also know that it must border Syria because his bangs extend from under the baseball cap where the top of the cap is searing hot. Also, the side of his cap, Jordan, juts out and touches his bangs. So we know that Iraq must border Jordan. Iraq also borders Turkey, Iran, and Kuwait. In 1990, Iraq invaded Kuwait and set 600 oil pipelines on fire. This caused billows of black smoke to be seen for 8 months over Kuwait. So the country of Wait, Kuwait is a black spot on Wadi Saadi's face, found right below Saadi's bangs, Iraq. The US-led coalition forces said, Wait, Kuwait, we're on the way to save the day. Welcome to Lesson 7 in Asia, Bahrain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates, all part of our man wearing a bow tie pictography. Saudi Arabia bought a guitar from Qatar, but finds it so difficult to learn to play that he just racks and racks and racks his brain, hitting his bangs, Iraq, above the black spot of Wait, Kuwait. When Saudi Arabia concentrates, he sticks out his tongue. While he is sticking out his tongue, a raindrop appears to be falling on it. The raindrop is Bahrain in our man wearing a bow tie pictography. Bahrain, the raindrop, appears to be falling onto Saadi's tongue that he sticks out when he concentrates on learning to play the guitar that he bought in Qatar. Qatar is Saudi Arabia's tongue. Looking at Wadi Saadi, we see that he has a unique two-toned beard. The part of his beard growing directly below his mouth is made up of light-colored beard hairs, while the part growing under his chin is made up of dark-colored beard hairs. How does he grow his beard to be 2 different colors? We may need to split hairs here to learn that only the light-colored part of Saudi's beard is the country of the United Arab Emirates, or simply the UAE for short. In this lesson, we learned that the country of Bahrain is the raindrop falling on our man's tongue. His tongue is the country of Qatar that he sticks out when playing the guitar. We also learned that the United Arab Emirates is only the light-colored beard. Welcome to Lesson 8 in Asia, Oman and Yemen, part of our man wearing a bow tie pictography. As you recall, Saudi Arabia sticks out his tongue when he plays the guitar. The country of Qatar is his tongue. You remember that our man can grow a two-toned light and dark colored beard, and that only the light-colored beard is the United Arab Emirates, or the UAE. The two different color tones in his beard makes it easy to know the difference between the UAE and the country of Oman, which is the dark-colored beard. As you know, only a manly man can grow such a dark-colored beard. So we say, "Oh man, what a beard you have growing under your chinny chin chin." Now if you look closely at the tip of the light-colored beard, there is a dark-colored patch of beard hairs. That's because this area belongs to Oman. It is an exclave of Oman, which means the territory belongs to Oman, but it is separated from the main country by the UAE. To remember the country of Yemen, our man is so happy about his bow tie and his dark-colored beard hair that he sings a song about it. I say, oh man, I say, yeah, man, I say, oh man, I say, yeah, man. Yemen is stepping out all dressed up and fit to be tied with a red bow tie. I say, oh man, I say, yeah, man, I say, oh man, I say, yeah, man. The country of Yemen is the red bow tie. In this lesson, we learned that the country of Oman is the dark-colored beard and that Yemen is the bow tie. What is Saudi's entire face? What is the bangs that he racks? What is the black spot? Wait, wait. What is the top, searing hot part of his cap? What is the side of his cap that juts out? What is the back of the cap that is real? What is the baton and on and on? What is the raindrop? What is his tongue that he sticks out when playing the guitar? What is only the light-colored beard? What is the manly man dark-colored beard? What is the bow tie that makes him say, yeah, man? Great job!